to the next edition of Jack's Mac YouTube channel. So recently Apple released their latest operating system, Big Sur. Now that's really exciting for geeks like me and pretty much for any Apple geek. And I'm always anxious to jump on the features and be one of the early adopters, but this time around it didn't work out so well because I'm also a DJ and there's two pieces of software that won't work in Big Sur yet. That's Serato DJ Pro and Ableton Live. So I couldn't upgrade to the new operating system if I wanted to keep using the software. But I found a solution that I'd like to share with you, and hopefully this helps you if you're in a similar situation where you've got some critical software to your workflow that you can't live without, but really want to go to the new operating system. So I'll show you how I did that. It's basically a dual boot. You create a new partition on your hard drive and you install two different operating systems and you just restart depending on what it is you want to do with your computer at that point. I'm going to show you how to do it. It's relatively simple. Here we go. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to go to Disk Utility. And you're going to see, now actually I'm in Big Sur right now. But what you're going to do, you're going to go to Disk Utility and you're going to find your hard drive. And in that hard drive, you're going to see that you can actually add a volume. If you add a volume, what that's going to do, you can name it whatever you want. And make sure it stays APFS, that's Apple proprietary file system, I believe, and the size options. You can reserve a certain size or you can have a quota size, but if you just leave it blank and you hit add, what that's going to do is create a volume that's just any size you need it to be. So as it stands now, I have Big Sur as one of my volumes and I have Macintosh hard drive as my other volume. You're going to also see another hard drive that says data. That seems to be like a placeholder for the other operating system's data, basically. So you add another volume, and then what you do is you get the installer. Now I think I still have the installer here. And no, I don't, because I was trying to save space. But what you're going to do, you're going to go to the regular App Store, and you're going to look for the new operating system. The new operating system, in this case, is called Big Sur. Here we go, Mac Big Sur. Hit View, and you hit Get. And when you get it, it's going to find the update because I already have it here. But when you install it, don't install it. You just download it. Wait for that download to finish, and then don't automatically install it because that's going to install it over what you're already running. You're going to want to install it over that new volume that you created in Disk Utility. Now it's going to be a bootable volume. So when you launch the installer, it says, where would you like to install it? Make sure you're putting it on the new volume, blank volume. And at that point, what you can actually do is even assign folders from the other operating system if you want to. Like I'm launching applications that are installed on the other volume from the other operating system. So in this case, and it's not always the case, but in these two operating systems are backwards compatible. So you can still launch some of the older software, or most of the older software, on the new Big Sur. There's some stuff that won't work. Obviously, it's the reason why I'm doing it, because my DJ equipment won't work. My DJ software won't work. So you can still cross-platform. Like I think Apple numbers, that will work. The one that is installed on Catalina, the old operating system, that same install I can launch in Big Sur and it works just fine. So that's basically it. You just create two different volumes on the same hard drive and they become two bootable volumes. When you restart your laptop, you'll hold down the Option key and it's going to give you the choice. Or what you do is you go into System Preferences and you select Startup Disk down at the bottom, and that's going to give you the choice where you want to do it. You might have to unlock and put in your password. I have way too many passwords in my head. put in your password, and then you can toggle between where do you want to start. My new one where I can't do all my DJ software, or the old one where all my DJ software is installed. And that's it. That's how you do it. So hopefully this helped you. Any questions? That was a kind of a quick rundown, but any questions, put them in the comments, and I'll be happy to get back to you. And that's it. So you're effectively just going to Disk Utility, creating a new volume, installing it on the new volume, and make sure that you have enough space. That's why I didn't have the installer like readily available, because then what I had to do is I have to kind of play around with where do I want to store everything. And you got to be careful, because I actually moved a lot of music, and I lost a lot of music, which was fine because I could resync it up and find it and re-record. It's not like the end of the world, but a lot of it was recorded anyway, so it's fine. But the point is, be careful when you're moving data around. Always have a backup, and that's it. Just create 2 volumes on your computer and install them on 2 different volumes. It's actually called a dual boot. So hopefully that helps you. If you have any questions, leave a question on the comments and I will get back to you, I promise. And if you like the video, go ahead and give it a like. If you want to see what I come up with next time, go ahead and subscribe, and I will see you then. Bye.